You are sitting in the cab of a semi-truck, alone, somewhere on a highway that stretches so far ahead it seems to disappear into another world. The engine hums beneath you. The road belongs to you. And every single person who told you this was impossible is not here right now. That moment is real. It happens. But nobody tells you what comes before it. Nobody tells you about the truck stop at 2 a.m. where every head turns when you walk in. Nobody tells you about the dispatcher who still double-checks your load like you might have forgotten how math works. Nobody tells you about the first time you back a 53-foot trailer into a dock, alone, in the rain, with 4 guys watching from the loading bay, arms crossed, waiting for you to fail. This is what really happens when a woman drives a semi-truck solo. The trucking industry in the United States moves approximately 72% of all freight in the country. That is not a small thing. That is the blood system of the economy. Groceries, medicine, car parts, construction materials, electronics, everything you touch was on a truck. And the people driving those trucks? For decades, almost exclusively men. According to the Women in Trucking Association, women make up less than 7% of all commercial truck drivers in America. 7%. That number has been climbing, but slowly, like a loaded rig going uphill in first gear. So when a woman climbs into that cab alone for the first time, she is not just learning a job. She is entering a world that was not built for her. The training itself will test you in ways you did not expect. It is not the driving that is hardest at first. Driving you can learn. The hardest part is the first time your instructor, who has never once doubted his right to be in that seat, watches you struggle with a pre-trip inspection and says nothing helpful. The hardest part is the classroom, where jokes are made that everyone laughs at except you. The hardest part is the moment you realize that passing is not enough. You have to pass and then prove it again, every single day. Researcher Dr. Erin Michaels, who studies occupational barriers in male-dominated industries, has documented what she calls the credibility tax, the invisible additional labor that women must perform just to be taken as seriously as their male counterparts in skilled trades. You do not just have to do the job, you have to visibly, undeniably, do the job better, and then remain calm when someone still questions whether you did it right. Your first solo run will feel nothing like what you imagined. You imagined freedom, and the freedom is real, but the first thing you feel is not freedom. It is the full weight of responsibility without anyone to catch it if you drop it. That trailer behind you weighs tens of thousands of pounds. That cargo is someone's livelihood. That deadline is real. And you are the only person responsible for all of it. You will get tired. Not just sleepy tired. The kind of tired that settles into your shoulders and your lower back and stays there. Long-haul trucking is physically demanding in a way most people completely fail to understand. You are not just sitting. You are managing a vehicle the length of a small building, navigating DOT regulations, logging hours, managing fuel stops, planning your route around weight restrictions, weather, and construction zones. You are running a small business on wheels, with your body as the machine that keeps it moving. And you are doing it alone. The loneliness is something no training prepares you for. Dr. Stephen Viselli, a sociologist at the University of Pennsylvania, who has written extensively about the American trucking workforce, found that social isolation is one of the primary reasons drivers leave the industry. For solo drivers, that isolation is constant. For solo female drivers, it carries an additional layer. You are not just alone in the truck. You are often the only woman at the truck stop, the only woman at the dock, the only woman at the fuel bay. Isolation within isolation. You learn to manage it. You find the communities online. Facebook groups, forums, YouTube channels where women who drive talk openly about what the job is actually like. You find your people. They are there. But finding them takes time, and the road does not wait. Here is something nobody in recruitment tells you. The moments that break you are small. They are not the big, dramatic challenges you prepared for. You prepared for the hard backing maneuver, and you nail it. You prepared for the long overnight run, and you handle it. What gets you is the fuel station attendant who asks if your husband is the one driving. It is the shipper who hands the paperwork to the male driver standing next to you, even though you were the one who handed him your BOL. It is the comment at the scale house, the look at the diner, the small, constant message that this space was not designed with you in mind. And yet, you stay. The data from the American Trucking Associations shows that women who enter the industry and make it past their first year have significantly higher retention rates than their male counterparts. Women who commit to the career tend to stay in it. That is not an accident. It takes a certain kind of determination to enter a space that resists you and decide you belong there anyway. That determination does not evaporate easily. The freedom is real. There is a specific hour of morning, somewhere around 4 or 5, before the sun is fully up, when the highway is almost entirely yours. The sky goes from black to deep blue to the faintest orange along the horizon, and the only thing between you and all of it is a windshield and 200 miles of open road. In that moment, the truck is not heavy. The load is not a burden. The miles are not exhausting. In that moment, everything that anyone ever said to make you doubt yourself is exactly as irrelevant as it deserves to be. The industry is changing. The Women in Trucking Association has grown its membership by over 40% in the last decade. Major carriers have launched targeted recruitment and mentorship programs specifically for women. The visibility is increasing. The community is building. The door that was never really locked is opening, and women are driving through it in £80,000 machines at 65 miles an hour. That the change is not fast enough to protect you from what the road will ask of you before any of that help arrives. So what really happens when a woman drives a semi-truck solo? You get tested. You get doubted. You get underestimated in ways that will exhaust you and occasionally make you furious. You will have nights so long and lonely that you question every decision that led to this cab. You will deal with systems, culture, and individuals that were designed around an assumption that does not include you. And on some mornings, somewhere between black sky and orange horizon, with the engine humming beneath you and the road belonging entirely to you, you will remember every single person who told you this was impossible. And you will feel something they never will. You will feel exactly where you are supposed to be.